everybody, it's your boy Jack here. I'm with my friend Daniella, who is a fellow Survivor fan, and today we're going to be talking about Survivor Season 35, and welcome to Episode 1 of our Survivor Podcastaway podcast, and everything around that. So firstly, just if you don't know yet, we're going to be talking about Survivor Season 35, Heroes versus Healers.
Versus Hustlers.
And everything around that. Our posting schedule will probably be something around the lines of this. We're gonna try to do a podcast every week to cover every episode of the podcast. If not, we'll do every 2 weeks and everything around that. We'll let you know if you want to follow my Twitters or her Instagrams. I'll link them down below. And let's go dive into this episode.
All right.
So overall, how did you feel about the episode?
I thought this first episode was top tier. I really liked it. I thought there's some areas where it really rose to the occasion and some where it really fell flat. I think where it rose to the occasion was definitely the intro. The intro was great. The shots at the beginning, Jeff on that big rock, I was loving it.
I was living for that.
It was so good, right?
Oh, that's
and then when he was talking to all the people on the boat, it's he knew who I wanted to talk to, and he talked to them, that girl with the nice hair, the bellhop Ryan, yeah, Allie. Oh my god! So I was living my truth. I like how they put an advantage right at the beginning too. That was kind of fun. How'd you feel?
I felt the beginning sequence and everything. It made me forget why I love Survivor so much. I love the whole beginning sequence where they're doing the overview shots and the wild shots and the shots of the ocean and everything like that. And then they go into the whole typical Pearl Islands and jump off the boat, grab what you can, and it's just madness in what feels like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you blink, you miss it, and it's just amazing. I love that beginning of it.
Yeah, it was definitely epic. I really liked the beginning. I thought that first kind of challenge was good. It was a good way to find fire. I didn't think it was flashy or so great or anything, but I mean they had to find a way to establish kind of the hierarchy and where everyone falls competitively, and that was a good kind of starting way to see how how teams were matched and how far behind the Hustlers were at the first challenge, rowing the opposite way.
Yeah, and it's with Survivor, obviously you've got your classic boating competitions where you're trying to steer a canoe, but you can't steer it because it really depends on the type of boat and the type of people steering it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best part about it is having that competition. It's so simple, yet it seems so weird being North Americans, when do we canoe?
I know. I mean, unless you're a canoe instructor, you're not really, or you have a great college.
Ironically, the one guy on Healers,
I know, he came clutch.
Yeah, he came on point there.
Yeah, but no one on the Hustler show, unfortunately. They came in last and got no fire, but whatever. They ended up getting it, so it was fine. And the immunity challenge, they got Flint, so it's chill. But yeah, I thought the beginning part
wasn't it in the Healers? The Healers guy was the female, the guy, the canoe instructor, and the surfing.
He was, yeah. I was just saying that the Hustlers, they didn't end up getting the fire. It was a good way to kind of start it off, but they ended up just getting fire 2 days later, in the form of Flint in the immunity challenge. So it was. I mean, I don't think they suffered that long, but we don't want anyone to suffer, so it's fine. So I thought that was pretty good. And I liked the immunity challenge this week, too. It was good.
Yeah, I liked it. It was, well constructed. And it's a typical, Survivor challenge, running everywhere, doing some kind of puzzle, and lifting up heavy stuff.
Yeah. I liked when they all got into that thing, and, all the wood chips or, whatever that dirt stuff was, went all over their face. I was yes. And I also thought, the way they, kind of made the tribe mates pick each puzzle was interesting, and a different kind of another level of strategy came into play, and which one looks the most difficult. I don't know, I honestly wouldn't have picked the same way they picked. I don't know which one you thought was more simpler or harder, but
yeah, I feel okay, you have the 3 classic mazes. It really depends on what the tribes look at and everything. These 3 mazes are completely different, and it's how you do about it strategically is something that's always interesting and important.
Which one would you have chosen?
See, I feel in the moment I would have gone for the classic maze just because it's the simplest, most well known, because the other two sort of look confusing. But if not, I probably would have done the obstacle one with the squares and the
Hustler one, right?
Yeah, the Hustler one. Yeah.
See, and then those are the two people who came second and third, or third and second, I guess, respectively. Because, like, I think I would have, like, I don't know, the same thing. Like, under, like, sheer stress, I'd pick something familiar and just go with the one the heroes picked, but that caused them to go in third place. And, like, to be honest, the healers were, like, in last for a while, so, like, they really kind of, it didn't help them out at all, so... But yeah, I think I'd still pick the one the heroes picked. But then when you see that, like, straight line one, it looks like, I think maybe they were overthinking it. Like, it looked like it was
deceiving.
more difficult. Yeah. Like, it looks like it'd have to be more, like, where's the catch, right? Like, it's one line. But, I mean, I think it was the easiest one.
It's like one of the games on, like, a game on a phone. It's, like, where you have to, like, pick all the black blocks on the screen, and it's like you can't like, and it gets faster and faster, basically like that sort of, but like you sort of have to control that in your own destiny.
That's
where it's
kind of
like
true, yeah.
Lean left, lean right with like the little rails and everything. I found that was like a smart maze, and like the one thing I wonder is like how long did they like have a chance to look at all the mazes, or was it just like in the moment?
Well, he says, like, I'll give you a minute to strategize. So I feel like they had a chance to look at it, and they probably say, like, okay, if we get there first, I want this one. Like, they probably ranked them before, but maybe they didn't get that close of a look to see those little, like, ridges on the straight and narrow one. They probably just thought they had to balance together, which is difficult because it's not one person controlling it. It's one person on each side, which makes it, like, a whole different ball game. If it's one person, you're in control, you know, you're both going up. But if it's, like, me and you, like...
We got, like, teamwork it together.
Yeah, there's a lot of communication that's supposed to be involved in, like, winning. And ultimately, the best puzzle, like, we both thought were going to be the best puzzle, heroes came in last. And Christy's puking on the floor.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, Christy, I know you look like you just puked up egg or something, but, like...
Yeah, that close-up shot, those, like, that audio right close to it, I was like, oh! But,
and it's like, come on here. We get it, like, she's sick and everything, and, like, you understand it's just maybe you should have just pulled away and, like, just saw her
I didn't need that in, like, HD television. But, you know, it worked for her because, you know, unbeknownst to her, she's put it on a show for Ryan, who's like, oh, she's the weak link. Here, take my secret immunity idol.
Because I took it and took the risk. Like,
yeah. So it worked for her. I mean, like, she didn't know she'd put on a show, but, like, she did it well. Like,
personally, though, I felt like when it came to the Super Idol and everything, I felt like it would have been such a great, like, thing of, like, how they did it would have been, like, would they do it, like, right in the middle of the challenge where it's like, okay, you just lost, and, like, now you have to give it to someone. Like, that's
Oh, you mean, like, in front of everyone?
In front of everyone. And because it's like, okay, it's such a great moment. It's like, okay, would you do it? How would you do it? And, like, everything like that. And, like... It's hard because it's like it's such a like I remember in Heroes versus Villains they did that where like they all knew they were going to give it to Russell because they thought Russell was the stupid move here. He thought like he was this like they thought he was the last man standing, but like
give him a love letter,
and like gave him like
so
a bunch of idols and like
love
he flipped
JP heart. So good. Yeah, I think that would have added another layer, but I think they maybe didn't want to expose Brian like right off the gate because like here this guy is like he's taking his like secret advantage. Now he has to out himself as like someone who, you know, was selfish or whatever, like took the advantage, and now they have to like put a target on someone else in another tribe. Like I feel like that wouldn't like what I don't know.
It wouldn't be like it would be an interesting aspect to the game, but like for me, if I was there, I would have just been like, Jeff, I want to be on that tribe that just lost because henceforth, one, I have the super idol. Two, it's like even with that, it would draw attention to it, and it's like it would cause maybe a bit of conflict with everything in the game, but it's like say if he got over there, boom, he already has the super idol. Yeah, he may not be on the right tribe. He doesn't know the politics or anything, but hell, he got that idol and like he can save his butt.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I feel like it's hard because like I feel like the way they structured like the super idol for this season kind of works in Ryan's advantage because if a tribe swap, a tribe swap will happen. When a tribe swap happens, he can be like, hey, you know that immunity idol you got? I gave it to you. And no one else from those other tribes know anything about it. Yeah. I mean, unless someone from the hero tribe told them. But I mean, like... Yeah,
or unless it's like Devin leaks it.
That also could happen. Yeah, true. We'll let Devin... I love it. Devin-Ryan friendship. So cute. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it will work out for Ryan. If he plays his cards right, he seems a little bit cocky. I don't know. We haven't seen him under, like, stress or duress yet, but I hope it works out for him. I want to see everyone successful in Survivor, but I don't know.
We'll see. Like, him being a super fan of the game, too, or, like, at least looking like it. Like, I feel like he... like it sort of motivates like us a bit more as like super fans of Survivor. It's like, come on here, like we'll like have to root for him.
Yeah,
now.
I feel obligated. That's true. I do feel obligated.
And like especially for like him, who being someone who's 120 pounds soaking wet, it's like, come on, like bro, like you gotta like he has to, if he can make it to merge or at least to like a tribe swap, that would benefit him.
Yeah,
for sure. I think it would like move him forward. Yeah,
like right now, I think he's in a good spot for a tribe swap because he has. I mean, now he has ties with Chrissy. Chrissy is inevitably indebted to him. I guess I don't know if she'll feel that way, but she kind of is. And he also has good ties with this alliance right now with Devin. So I think he's in a good spot for a tribe swap.
Yeah, for sure. And like like the one thing I'll say is like we don't know the politicalness, the political landscape of the Hustlers or
True.
the Healers. Right now, obviously the only real political landscape we know is the Heroes.
Yeah, because of the whole tribal council.
And like the whole Alan, like strip searching everybody, like
that was wild. Yeah, he really went at it. I don't know how that's gonna fare for like the rest of his time on the Heroes tribe, but that was a lot. Yeah. I think that one more wrong move and he could have been the one who got his torch snuffed.
For sure. And like the thing is with him, it's like, okay, obviously he does create a target, but it's also like it could be a benefit down the road where if there's a tribe swap, then it's like he could be on another tribe and basically be a loose cannon. And like,
yeah. I don't know how that would work. Like I feel like what he did could have worked out two ways. Either people would be like, you're batshit crazy, you're going home, or how it worked out where people end up, he stuck with the plan, everyone's stuck with the plan, that was fine. But I don't know how long that's going to last for him. I honestly don't see it lasting long, especially with the solid four. We already see next week that Ben wants to align with Chrissy. So that's his right-hand man already gone. So I think that he's going to ruffle some more feathers next week, for sure.
And I feel like, okay, obviously Chrissy not using the immunity idol was probably her best move that she could make.
Yeah, it wasn't good for TV, I would say. It was a little anticlimactic, but yeah, we don't want to ruffle feathers. I feel like I would have felt bad, seeing my only friend on my tribe leave, but it's also day 3, you'll make new friends, you'll tribe swap, you'll merge, you're all this shit, right? So you gotta learn how to make new friends and hustle your way into different conversations and break up some no-mances, showmances. So
yeah, and I feel like obviously she didn't make the best move. And really, the only move that she could make would be if she used the idol, she would have been screwed over. Like everybody knew she would have the idol. Alan would probably be going insane, and then
yeah, that's true.
And then it's like, okay, you have this whole 2 people being in the game and everything, and it's like, really, do you think that would benefit and work out with the tribe in the future and challenges and everything, or would that work out even with tribal council? You're just making a bigger target on your back.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, it's better she didn't use it. I just wanted to see something fun happen, but it makes sense. It gives her more of a chance to maneuver because honestly, them together was dead weight. They obviously were gonna pick one of them to go home because they were mom squad, whatever. They were older women, so it gives her a chance to kind of maneuver into these pairs and try to find cracks and weasel her way in. So it is good for her. I just wanted to see them together. That's all. Yeah. That's my personal bias.
Yeah, and I feel like the sort of showmance, no man's strategic showmance or whatever between JP and Ashley is obviously important because pairings are important. But it's bro, why don't Alan? Why don't you just decide that I'm gonna have a showmance with somebody in this game? Obviously, or not showmance, but Big Brother just ended people. Don't give me shit. But
romance, friendship.
Yeah, alliance.
That's a good word. Alliance.
Why don't you just have an alliance with someone like Ben or something and create a really good alliance with him? So it's you can have an opposition to that. And really, at the end of the day, it would probably be Chrissy that would be in between. And if you could develop those relationships right, that could benefit.
Yeah, I feel like JP and Ashley are a little bit close, and that might isolate them because Ben obviously is willing to work with other people. I don't know if Alan will still be in the picture next week. We'll see. But I can easily see Ben and Chrissy rise to the top really quickly because they both seem like they're sweet people, and a lot of the other people seem pretty. Well, Alan seems pretty in your face, aggressive, and that can rub people. Yeah, that can rub people the wrong way for sure. And then if JP and Ashley keep going with their relationship, friendship, romance, whatever, that will only paint a bigger target on their back, So I think that Ben and Chrissy could be the best pairing on that tribe because no one thinks they're in a showmance anyways. They're both married kids. And they both seem like they're level-headed. They're a little bit older, a little bit more mature. I think they have, like, a chance to really go forward and do good things. Just my 2 cents.
I agree. It's like, okay, yeah, you get 2 people from 2 different walks of life, but, like, you have a commonality of the 2 of them having children and everything. It's like, okay, that's something that you could definitely talk to and talk about. And it's like, I think that would be a benefit.
Yeah.
Would be like having Chrissy and Ben having a good relationship there. And I think that would be really interesting.
Yeah, I think that it could really like jive. I think that I really want to see that next week, hopefully.
But I feel like obviously that's an easy choice, an easy decision to have. It's like with the Heroes tribe having having maybe 2 or 3 different pairs. Like if you have 3 different pairs, and like how do you cut the way?
Yeah.
Which way does the knife cut?
That's true. But right now Chrissy's floating in the middle. She's got to find a pair and cut off Alan or those 2, JP and Ashley.
Yeah. So who knows? At this point, I think the Heroes tribe's really interesting. I like their political landscape right now. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah. And I think it's cool. I'm excited to see how the pieces. I don't know. I want to
resolve.
I want to see how people move around. I think that JP and Ashley will stick together, but I don't know. I think they may be the next one getting the chop. We'll see. Yeah.
And lastly, we have the Healers. Obviously, they didn't get a huge edit on the episode. Like they weren't really there that much or anything. But like I have to admit, like Dr. Mike and the Mr. Joe Manna probation dude.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I like Dr. Mike is sweet. He's like, I'm playing for my family. No, I like him. He's sweet. He was funny in the intro too. So I immediately was like, I took an interest to him. And his buddy there, Joe's got to slow his roll because what he's doing, like, I don't know. I hate when these big guys are like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because all you're doing is like painting a target on your back, like. Easily Dr. Mike can go and he can say, hey, he's been threatening me, and then everyone's going to flip on him, I don't know.
Or maybe we should get this guy out, he's been threatening me or something like
that. Yeah, like they can flip the script on him real quick. I mean, they can also do the same for Mike though, you're searching for the idol, but this is something I feel strongly about. I feel like, why? Everyone's looking for the idol. Why do you have to be, like, I get being sneaky to a certain respect, but why you feel... Like, you don't act like you're not looking for the idol too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me upset because that's part of the game. Like, I guess it's an easy way to paint a target on someone's back, like at the beginning of the tribals, like at the beginning of the, season, so it's not you on the chopping block. I get that. But it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I feel like everyone should be allowed to look for it. Maybe not so overtly, but I mean, like, they shouldn't be feeling like threatened when they're like getting like wood or like getting water, like you look for the idol, like I don't know, it's part of the game, people.
Yeah, come on, like, and like for me too, it's like, okay, well, you sort of have to look at it in like a body language perspective. You have Mike, who's like very like obviously short in stature compared to Joe, and like you see that whole scene layout, and it's like the 2 of them, it's like they're 2 different like people, and it's like the body language coming off of Joe is like so intimidating and so like trying to prove himself and like being an alpha male, but it's like, dude, it's like the first 3 days of the game, like what are you doing here, bro? And it's like, okay, Mike, like I get it, it's like you're trying to be paranoid and nervous and everything, it's like you're trying to survive in this game, but it's like pump your brakes there, like you can get through the first vote like through your own social game. It's like, calm down. I think though the one point and the one perspective that I find the most interesting here is like both of them have these really good motives of playing the game, and like I think that's important with Survivor players and who play the game.
Yeah, of course.
It's like their motives to play the game, and it's really interesting to see these 2 people clash and how they clash, because I feel like they both have similar aspects and similar like points to argue.
Sure.
And I think that's what's great is like when you have 2 people who have really similar aspects and they have like an argument, it's like you're sort of basically talking yourself into a circle. But yeah.
I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I feel like they're really painting Joe as this kind of like big macho blah blah whatever. I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna work out well for him. That's how I am looking at the edit, but we'll see. I think he's fine. I think he has the ability to be charismatic. He seems like loud. I just feel like it's not working for him right now. But we only see a snippet on this week of the Healers tribe, so I'll keep my opinions to myself for the most part. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and like at the end of the day, it's like we don't see all the tribe dynamics and everything.
No live
and,
feeds.
No live feeds. But like it's the way the game works and everything, and and just like at the end of the day, Katrina got voted out, and like.
Katrina, R.I.P. I really wanted her to stay. I don't know. I feel like the old ladies always get the boot first, and they always have the most life experience and the most they get to, like, I want to know about their life. Like, she was an Olympian. She has a family. She wrote a book. She has a chronic illness. We didn't hear about any of that. She got one confessional, and then like her little like as the votes are being revealed, she goes, I wanted to stay longer. Like, that's all we got. I don't know, I felt bad.
Yeah, and it's like the thing like with Katrina, it's like I honestly felt like Alan was gonna go because like it was flashed out throughout the whole episode, and it's like you have so many reasons why it's like, why wouldn't you not want to evict this person or like vote out this person? And it's like, okay, wait, Katrina, like what's the point of that? Like, I get it's like Alan's muscular and everything, but really I think what makes a good tribe and everything is the idea that you can have a good, well-working team, and I feel like maybe the older people could really bring that together, especially with like the whole JP Ashley strategic alliance that they created. Like that could help out. And then you have Ben, who's like sort of a side character right now, and it's like having him would probably be a really good support for that.
Yeah, I kind of get their motive of getting them out. Like, I get keep the tribe strong until they have to merge or tribe swap or whatever, because they just don't want to go to council. I get that, but like, I don't know. I just feel bad. I feel like it's so typical, and I also feel like, yeah, keep the tribe strong, but also like a 2-person alliance or a 4-person alliance. The questionable Ben, kind of like Alan. I don't know if they're part of that or they're 2, but like. I feel like JP and Ashley are dangerous. They could be. They have the potential to be. They're both very strong. And if they're both somehow together on on a tribe, when they like do a tribe swap or they merge or whatever, they're like I feel like together they can be really dangerous, and you're just gonna keep them together. I don't know. Like, I would kind of be like, if I were Chrissy, I would switch the target back on, them, because it seems like the old people are getting the boot more often. I don't know.
Yeah, and like I think like demographics wise, like the beginning of the game has a huge strong physical component, and if old people or like non-physical threats, like strategic threats can get through that point, then they have a clear runway to get through to the rest of the game, basically, because a lot of the individual challenges are individual, so it's a lot more dependent on their social game because only one person's safe compared to like one tribe or whatever. So yeah.
But you also have to think about it this way: when it gets to the merge, don't you want those like non-physical threat or like the people who are like weak to be there with you? Because then when you do those like solo immunity challenges, they're all going to be dropping like flies. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they're all sweet like little ladies, and I mean, I'm sure they're strong. They're just underestimating them. But let's say they weren't, and you bring them all to the merge, it's gonna be a cakewalk to the end if you want to beast mode it. I don't know. It just seems like there's different ways to go about it, but that's the way I would probably do it, because I'm not like athletic threat number 1. But
yeah, for sure. And it's like I feel like I don't know. It depends how you look at the game and like you sort of like your view about it and everything. Because like obviously someone who's a physical threat that watches this game, like you're obviously wanting to get out these social threats because like you're wanting to move forward in the game, but like it really depends on what you see in the game and like what your motive is. And like for me, it's like, okay, I feel like you can rely so much on your social game, but at the end of the day you can grab fate when it comes to like a puzzle challenge or like a immunity challenge or something like that. Like there is some fate onto that, or even like a reward challenge, because that can boost morale and everything.
Yeah, and you can have alliances. You always see people at the spa with their robes on, kicking back, being like, you want to work together? Like over a plate of fried chicken. It's always good to bud people up, especially if you choose them. You're like, oh yeah, I want you, and they're like, oh, so you want to work with me? It's like a perfect way to like get an alliance rolling. But I just want to give a little shout out to my girl Katrina, because I don't know, I really wanted to see more of her. I felt like she had a lot to offer. We didn't get to hear much from her.
Yeah,
I miss her already. She was my winner's pick, JK. She was not my winner's pick, but she was great.
Yeah,
she seemed promising.
I think she was an interesting character, and like and everything, and like overall, like I I wouldn't have minded seeing like a bigger target go home in the first episode, in the first
like a big beefy man. I feel like that never, I mean, I shouldn't say never, but I feel like that doesn't happen as often. It would have been like, ooh, especially with that super idol, you know, like
you got like that opportunity.
Yeah, and it would have been like cool. It would have been good TV. Like, oh yeah, no, it's not Katrina, it's JP or it's Alan. You know, it would have been good, but maybe next week? Question mark? We'll see.
Who knows at this point? So yeah, we have to see what's gonna happen next week and next episode.
That's right, next week. So look out for us either next week or the week after that. We're not sure yet.
We'll keep you posted, whether it's on the Instagrams or on the Twitters. And this is my lady Danielle. Feel free to check her out on her Instagram. It will be flashing on screen right now.
Here, there, over here.
All the everywheres. And then my name is Jack Skinner. You can check me out here on this channel here. My Instagram and my Twitter. Feel free to check those out if you want to see updates about this Survivor podcast. Because, yeah, why not?
Why not?
And we'll let you know about when the next episode's going to come out.
Yeah.
And
yeah, so hopefully we see you in the next couple weeks.
And thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.